Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy New Year. New year, same me. I'm all sorts of goofy right now. I have been putting this off for almost 2 months. I have been on a 2-month break. December nearly destroyed me. And now here we are, almost towards the end of January. And I'm literally a zombie, just sleepwalking through the weeks, trying to get by, taking it day by day. And I don't know what else to say other than I wanted to do something a little bit different. I know some of my videos are more educational purposes, informational, kind of putting out things that I've learned and sharing it with you all as I learn new things. I love that stuff. That's my bread and butter. I love to share information with family and friends, even friendly strangers who want to know more about certain topics that really light me up. And that's why I started this channel. Sarita B is me. I am her. I am her. And this is something that I want to just last for as long as humanly possible. I want this to be a space where we cultivate, we learn new things, we grow together, we become the people that we always knew that we would end up being. So I'm thinking of starting a new segment for this channel. Like I said, some of my videos are more so gearing towards educational purposes, wide dissemination of information. Some of them can be hot topics, hot button topics, things that just kind of jolted me. And it's like, oh, I need to share this. But other times, I just want to vent. I just want this to be one of those chat and choose where I'm just spitting whatever is on my mind. Straight off the dome, whatever is grinding my gears, I want to talk about it. I want to let it all out via audio. Let my voice just kind of blow in the wind and take it from there. So this month, the month of January, hello 2026, it's been tough. And you know what? I have to say every January is a tough month for me. I think it's because people are under the mindset that New Year, January 1st, is going to be hit the ground running day one. That's when you tackle the laundry list of New Year resolutions that you have set for yourself back in December. That is not the case. I mean, for us to think that during the middle of winter, where nature dies and is dormant, animals hibernate, the ground is covered in frost, it's frozen over. For us to even think that we are able to move as quickly and as fluidly as if we were in our springtime, which is where things are starting to warm up and we are starting to defrost. And now we have a little bit more room to move about freely. I mean, if you think astrologically, and maybe even in some other spiritualities or religions, March, April, which is springtime, that is the beginning of the year for some cultures. And in Western culture, we have deemed that January is our new year. Even though physically, mentally, emotionally, we are still in our own form of lockdown because of the weather, because of nature. So nature is really driving us to go more inward and be more introspective than if it were any other season in our life. So all of that to say, January really is a tough time for me. February is no better. And that's just because of the winter blues. My body is really in tune with nature and my environment. And although I live in a relatively sunny state in the deep south, it's still hard on me because I am still one with Earth. And so I couldn't imagine living up north where there are snowstorms. Everyone's in like the 10 degree weather, maybe even lower than the 10s, not even in the teens. Could be negative something degrees with the wind chill. I can't even imagine. I mean, I have cousins and family that live in Canada, and they experience some really harsh weather. And it's like, I don't even know how I would operate with seasonal depression, because that's a real thing. But anyway, I want to be transparent about my moods with last month and now this month, and why I've been gone for nearly 2 months now. It probably has been 2 months by the time I'm recording this. And that's a long time for me. I mean, normally I'm pretty good about staying consistent and coming up on here to talk to you all. But lately, I've just been going through the ringer. I have been firing on all 4 cylinders, and it's just been really nonstop up in the noggin. I'm just constantly on loop with traumatic events, some, crappy things that have happened recently. And even with my job right now, like, I'm in a new assignment and a new role, and it is really just taking me for a ride, and not in a good way. And I'm just trying to keep my wits about me, especially what's happening on the political front, what's going on in our nation with the administration and all of that. And I'm trying to just keep that to the side, even though the protests still charge on. And I'm just like, some days I don't even want to make it out of bed, but it's like, you got to do what you got to do. You have to go to work. You got to make that money. Otherwise, who's supporting you? And it's like, how do you do that when you are battling mental health issues? That's also another thing that's really been shaking me up, because it's like, I look at my counterparts, I look at my colleagues, and I'm like, how are you all doing this? Working 8, 10, 12 hours. I mean, I'm putting in 12-hour days, and I'm just like, how is this feasible? How is this the norm in our country, here in Western culture, capitalism, under capitalism, this has become the norm in the US. Everyone's like, oh yeah, we just do it because we have to, because that's just the way things are. Screw that. I really want to say F that, but I'm trying to keep things PG here. But seriously, I mean, I'm really trying to keep my ish together. I'm trying to keep it all contained and just take it hour by hour, because even taking it day by day is the days are too long. The suffering is just too long. So there's too much that's going on in the world, and I can't even fathom thinking globally when locally, my own backyard, there's a dumpster fire. There is so much going on. I mean, I'm seeing footage of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Months back, we just got over what was happening in California. They're hitting all the blue states. ICE is going door to door. People are scared. People are hungry. They're going without food, without shelter. Like, basic needs are really being stripped away from the average American. And I must, for my own good, I must be grateful for my 12-hour day of work. It's like, this is no time to complain. This is no time for me to cry and shout, woe is me. But at the same time, I and hopefully a lot of you, we need to all allow each other some grace. We need to give each other grace. I mean, when I tell you this is the only time in my day and it's late at night and I'm on my way home in my car, this is the only time I have to record. Because once I step foot in the house, I've got to shower, prepare my files, my bag, clothes, lay it all out, prepare myself for tomorrow morning. Try to eat something, even though I'm just like, I don't have an appetite, but try to put something in my belly before bed, and then go to bed and maybe get a little less than 8 hours of sleep a night, and do it all again tomorrow. Like, these are the times that we're living in, and we need to come to terms with, this is not normal. This has never been normal. This will never be normal. This is not how humans should be living, because there's a point where you are just existing and you're not living anymore. We need to get to a place as a nation. If you are tuning in and you are an American, you understand this more than any other person probably in other countries. We need to all collectively get to a place where we are not just existing anymore, and we are not suffering for our paycheck, suffering for the money, so we don't become destitute, so we don't become one of the, God forbid, like, unhoused peoples. And honestly, when you take a long, hard look at the unhoused, that is man-made. You cannot sit there and talk your head off and tell me that the unhoused community is because those people did that to themselves. No way in hell could you convince me up and down, side to side, that is because they made one or two wrong decisions in their life and that's how they ended up there. No, it's What it really is, this is my theory, and I'm sure some other people's theories too. What it really is that they're being used as an example, so the rest of us can stay in line and not rock the boat, so we can worry about something that could potentially happen to you and your family if you speak out and use your voice. I mean, even with my job currently, my voice has been silent. I'm in an area a location where you don't talk, you don't communicate, you just do your job, do your time, and get the heck out. Collect your paycheck and go. There is no community, there is no camaraderie, no connection, no networking, no rapport building, none of that. It's just do your job, grin and bear it, and get out. So yeah, it's been really hard mentally. I've been struggling mentally, spiritually, physically. I should have just said all of the above. And I know that there are people in my life and even others that I've been watching videos, been reading about in the comment sections of other social media apps. I know that I'm not alone in this. And I take comfort in that, to know that we're in this together. But that means that there comes a point in our lives, in every generation, where we have to really sit with this truth. Should we maintain the status quo that this administration is pushing on us? That's their agenda, to maintain the status quo, keep things as they are, or go back to a golden age where they succeeded, where they thrived off of our backs, off of our labor? Or are we going to be the generation that rises to the occasion, accepts the call of destiny, because this is our destiny? This is what we were created for, because we were born at the right time. We can't say, oh, if I was born at a different time, then, I wouldn't be caught up in this civil war and World War III. No. God makes no mistakes. This is our destiny. We can try to fight it every chance. Every time we think about it, we can try to fight it and say, I don't want to answer the call. But no matter what, all eyes are on us, Americans. There could be catastrophic levels of disaster globally if we do not do anything, if we allow things to unfold the way that they are and we do not dissent. If we obey in advance and we comply to their policy changes and their manipulation of constitutional laws and bypassing constitutional laws, we are admitting defeat before we even got a chance to use our voice, our strength. It's gotten to the point of no return, now or never. The way that I'm feeling, I've been feeling down and out like a lot of people, because we've never experienced this before. Like, how else are we supposed to react? It's like, you can read the history books all you want. You can see the signs as clear as daylight. But when you're in it, when you're in the abuse and taking the brunt of it and experiencing it in real time, that's real shit right there. You can't tell me you would know exactly what to do, because you've never done this before. Like, you just got here. Your soul just got here on earth. This is your first time going through it, no matter what age you are. Like, you didn't just pop in and out of the time machine, manipulate the time periods and is like, oh, I'm going to go to 1857, or I'm going to go to 1871, or, I'm going to jump to 1945. I'm going to tell these group of people, oh, no, now I'm going to go to the 70s and I'm going to be like, hey, Black Panther, let's do this and da-da-da-da. No. Like, if you were born in 1776, that's when you were born. So, okay, now you're a part of the revolution where the Constitution was born and America is now coming on up. And if you were born in 1977, all right, you were born in the middle of Vietnam War, the 70s, and Black Power and the Black Panther movement. All right. Same thing. If you were born in the 2010s, like, hello, this is you. This is our time now. This is what we have to navigate as one, as a collective, all together. Yes, we have historical facts that will help us to succeed, to win the battle, to win the war. But we must also allow ourselves grace, because this is our first time going through it. You can read up and be as knowledgeable as humanly possible. But my goodness, there's some things we're not going to get right off the bat. There's some things we're going to really royally screw up. And that's inevitable. That's a part of life. So that's a reminder to me. Yap session number 1, I think I got everything that I needed out of my system for now. And I'm going to leave you all with that. So stay tuned for more. And thank you all for listening. And here's to many more.